Hi there, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? It is March 17th, Monday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate. Um, I didn't realize I have green on today. I typically don't wear a lot of green. Anyway, yeah, so I've been getting a lot of shadow energy coming through, and pretty clear that it's just coming up to be cleared out of the energy fields. This feels like it's going to be a divine masculine reading to inflame maybe all of everyone. Spirit has given me decks to bring out for the collective, but specifically feeling a lot of kind of what I was feeling last week is the frustration, and it's like the divine masculine is just really kicking themselves in the ass or beating themselves over the head over who and how they once were, specifically in connection with the divine feminine. And I feel this is in a lot. See, I can't even speak. So, speaking of that, Mercury is retrograde, went retrograde on Friday. So, of course, this has to do with how the divine masculine is communicating with themselves, how we are all, we have the divine masculine and feminine in both of us, and all of us cannot speak. It just, so who the hell knows how this video is going to turn out? Got little shit sleeping on my left shoulder over here. My sweet girl. She's in that position 90% of the day. She doesn't move very much, but she just had her 14th birthday. Anyway, today we have the Sun in Pisces is conjunct and aligned with the North Node, which is in Pisces right now. And so with that energy, there's just a lot of clarity coming up. And I feel that that's why a lot of the shadow is being illuminated this morning, for me specifically, but I definitely feel it's collective. I do know that this is not going to resonate with everyone, of course. I don't know, Spirit. What do you want me to go with this? I've got the decks. I'm just feeling really verklempt right now, and that's not a word that I use. Just really verklempt. You have a different view today because my wall is being worked on. So, I mentioned the tree of life, right? It's ready to be painted. I'm not going to show you yet. I'm keeping that to myself. Let's see. Let's just get into this. Let's see. I'm surprised at some of the decks that wanted to play today. So let's get something Divine Spirit. For the Twin Flame Collective. What is the portal that we're stepping into, the energy? Because, I did do a collective reading the other day about, needing to rest because we're shifting. We're definitely shifting into higher frequencies. I do apologize right now because I'm just going to fumble over all my words through this whole thing. I love that. So we have the Soul Star activation coming in, and the Soul Star chakra is overseen by Archangel Christiel. Don't ask me how to spell that. Christial, maybe. Fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. And I don't know if you just saw that, but I had a little orb kind of float that way, and I've got nothing burning on the table at the moment. Soul Star activation, that makes a lot of sense for me. A lot of sense. The Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing the divine masculines are remembering who they are. They are finalizing soul contracts with people, places, things, mindsets, belief systems. Right now, that's all this goo and gunk that's coming up from the shadow self. Um, uh, as the divine masculine is moving through this, the feminine is being brought back to the beginning of the journey. I'm hearing for both of them, they're being reminded of what aligns and what doesn't, and they're seeing it very, very clearly. That sun in Pisces conjunct the North Node, why we're here. North Node is what we're to do here. The South Node is, how we got here as our past. This is just like right on the money for, there's just so much that's been coming through. It's hard for me to even pinpoint. Some of it's even hard for me to write down because it just flows so quickly I can't grab it. Oh yeah, did I mention, you'd probably already know this is going to be a long video by the time on it when you see it. So let's see where the collective is right now. Let's go that route and see how the divine masculine's energy that I was picking up. I'm kind of feeling the way Spirit wants to bring this through now. It isn't just the divine masculine, but they're the ones. Divine feminine, for the most part, has already gone through this multiple times. They're just on a remembrance journey, and on a different. See, it's the same and it isn't. It's. I guess I do want to say that they're in the same, traveling in the same frequency, and the divine masculine is the one who's got more of the shadow that's falling away. Divine feminine is just being reminded of who they are and why they're here and what the soul contract, the purpose of it is. So, using the Tree of Life Oracle here, I'm telling you that the Tree of Life, it just does definitely speaking to me loudly as of late. So, that for me, there's some research going on there. It's about going back to roots, remembering the foundation that the twin flames have, how deep it goes, how strong it is. And I'm hoping that depicts that when you see it in its finished form. Be interesting to see what the landlord thinks about it on the day that I move out, whenever that is. Anyway, collective twin flame, please. Soul Star activation. The Soul Star chakra is about a foot above your crown chakra, so it's up here. There's let me rephrase that. Let me correct myself. So there's the crown chakra, Archangel Jophiel, causal chakra with Archangel Christiel. I do stand corrected. Thank you, Merlin. The soul star chakra, which is even higher than the causal chakra, is governed, activated by Archangel Muriel. Can't say her name properly. It's a deep magenta in color. And then we have the Stellar Gateway, which is Archangel Metatron, of course. So Archangel Muriel, Depends on whose accent you want to go with. And is governing that chakra, so thank you. I am picking up Horus in this as well. So I do have that deck that he might come out from there too. There's just a lot. There's a lot of chatter, and I feel the divine masculine is just trying to make sense of it all. But I feel like I want to say it isn't to make sense of all of it. What needs to be made sense of will stick, and I'll just keep repeating. But for the most part, it's just to be like, oh, there it goes. Oh, there it goes. Just let it float through like clouds. I don't know. I'm going to do my best with this, Spirit, so back on it. Thank you. So there is a lot going on. All of this that came flipped upside down, I'm not taking that, but we do have, look at that, middle pillar, backbone balanced the middle way. So I guess I want to say there's this stabilizing effect going on. There's a balance occurring in the collective energy. Yeah, I'm being reminded of, so my daughter, God love her, she never used to have a backbone, and her husband used to tell her, I'm gonna help you find your backbone, and she's found it. But you think about that, without a backbone, we're weakened. The energy can move us more fluidly it can, let me rephrase that, it can manipulate us more, right? With a backbone, not rigid, but just firm, not proud, but empowered. It's soft, but it's not weak. Do you get what I'm saying here? I also want to say for someone, Spirit is saying for someone, find the gray area. Things are not always just black and white. There's a compromise, there's a middle ground. So someone needs to pan out and see things like in a 360 view of something that they're going through in their life, specifically. That just kind of dropped right in there. I also have temperance, self-sufficiency, boldness, devotion. Yeah, there's a dedication to this journey that's being reborn here. Love the rainbow essence in that card. Y'all could, maybe dealing with a Sagittarius. That is the temperance card in the tarot. But this journey takes a lot of middle ground. It takes a lot of mixing and seeing what works and pulling out what does and discarding what doesn't. It takes a lot of, I'm being shown like a panning for gold. The sieve shakes out what isn't of value and of worth to the miner. And that's what's going on. These energies are shaking out of the divine masculine energy, specifically, collectively, but the divine feminine is also going through their own refining process. Spirit is saying, I just got chills. I think that one was really visible. Just this really refining process for both counterparts. So the connection it's so for however many years this has been in stagnant energy in the physicality for you, all of that has been on top of the purpose, on top of why you're here, on top of who you really are, is being shaken loose. All those old beliefs, all those old mindsets, the doubt, the fear, the frustration, the disappointment, the shame, the guilt, the unforgiveness, that one got a big chill down my arms. Um, I have a feeling that's, I was going to say for the divine feminine, but I'm being told it's for the both. Divine masculine, like I said, divine masculine is really swallowing some really big pills here of who they've allowed themselves to be along this journey and the choices they've allowed themselves to make. And I gotta say, for the last few readings I've been doing, actually we can probably go back then more than the last few, but I'd have to say that this has been a process that we've been bringing through for a while here, of the awakening of the divine masculine energy. And of course, you know how I roll on this channel. It's not gender specific, but I do tend to say he and she because that's my experience with it, right? So, take what resonates for you, move it how it needs to fit, but don't make it fit if it's not your energy and not your timeline, right? So what else for the divine counterparts here? Collective twin flame, please. Yeah, shifting to higher frequencies is, so was that was the full moon reading was shifting to higher frequencies. So, this doesn't have to be specifically twin flames, but that's what I was picking up. So you can, like I said, if you're not on that journey, just discard that. But this is higher level, higher learning. This is a hierophant, loyalty, kindness, guidance. Opening up our soul star chakra to receive the guidance and the activations that the great central sun is bringing through for us, right? This is breaking down of tradition. Twin flames are here to break down the relationship templates of the old tradition templates. Doesn't mean that there are no twin flames out there that choose to be in a traditional marriage. That's part of their journey to break down the old. It may look traditional. I mean, it's fair saying it may look traditional, but on the inside, at the core of it, it is such a so spiritually guided, and the divine consciousness flows through it so purely and freely. Ooh, I love that. I get chills all the way down me again. What else can you tell me here? I now I know why, because I'm almost wondering if they're going to have me use regular tarot, because this feels like this is just a next higher level. The tarot brings it down more of a 3D space, and there's just so much going on spiritually, energetically, frequency-wise in the connection that we forget that that's what's going on because of the 3D-ness of life, right? So this is partly about remembering that we are more than a 3D relationship, a 3D connection here. Our connection is of the stars. It's higher. It goes deeper, and it has stronger roots and foundations than what may appear on the surface of the 3D experience, right? The Hermit, spiritual guidance. Again, so the Hierophant and the Hermit coming out. We have Commitment coming out again. Did that come out before? No. That came out earlier. Didn't come out as Commitment. Came out as Conviction. That's a word that's been coming to me quite often, because I remember for myself back in 2013, 2014, I possessed or I was possessed by this conviction of what my twin and I were, without even that was before I even knew the term twin flame. That was prior to Spirit giving me that phrase to help me find a path here in this physical realm. But conviction. So there's a being committed to your spiritual journey, and I feel this is the universe just coming in saying both counterparts are committed to this journey, to this path, to whatever their role is, committed to receiving the spiritual guidance from their counterpart through telepathy, guidance from their guides and their spiritual team, the galactic families, so there's a lot coming through here. Ooh, just chills down my legs again. Wow, it's just like a vibration that's going right through my body right now. Remembering that we are here to be the way shower. My little lantern's way over there. So, but, using the wisdom and the knowledge that you are remembering and using that light, or not just using that light, you're not really using that light, you're just holding the light. And Spirit is just bringing those to you that you're meant to help find their light. I mean, it's not like we give our light to others. We shine the light on others' lights so they can see that for themselves, right? that was a long way around that bush, right? So, tell me, Spirit. Oh, thank you. Severity, might, discipline, and karma. I'm feeling very Knight of Swords-ish off this card. She is a warrior. She is got her shield. She's got her guide with her. She's got her sword. Interesting, it is depicted as a female, but is that a masculine symbol? Hold, please. Yeah, it's Mars. It's the masculine energy here, but it is appearing to be a depiction of the feminine and her power. Love that. So balanced in her masculine energy, grounded and rooted in her masculine energy. There's another energy that kind of correlates with conviction is the discipline, being in commitment, being dedicated to the journey, disciplined in thought, word, and deed is how Spirit wanted that to come through. Spirit is saying with that, this connection is worth the fight. It has been worth the fight. And it's not like the old fight. It's more, it doesn't have that ring to it for me. This is, like, there's no backing down from it. But it's not aggressive. It's assertiveness, right? With that word karma being there, I do feel that that's kind of what's being cleared out here. She's wielding her sword. Where is it? I'm backwards when I look at this in my camera. So she's wielding her sword here and defending what is true, what is solid, what is stable. Fighting off, see, that's the thing, I don't want to really say fighting off all karmic energies, but I can, Spirit's allowing it because right now there are karmic energies that are trying, they're seeing that the divine masculine is breaking out of their reverie, their spell, their dream, and whatever has been a dream killer for them, whether it's within themselves or in their environment, or choices, if they're, again, like we've talked about this a lot with when I do twin flame readings, because my divine masculine has chosen a karmic partner to clear up that debt. So, and I can um, confirm that the karmic energies, not just if they're spouses, but there's friends, there's family members, there's jobs, there's mindsets and belief systems and patternings, all of that being brought up to the surface to be held right in front of the masculine's face, finally saying, you can't turn away from it this time. You have, we need you to look at it. And I feel the divine masculine knows that this is the time that they need to look at it. I'm hearing it feels and it appears very reminiscent, and right now they're dealing with the frustration that, here we go again, that thing, like whatever they've kind of pushed aside or glossed over in the past within themselves and in their experience, they understand that even though they're frustrated with it being back in their face again, they know that they have to be dedicated to themselves, committed to their path, and very disciplined in their mind, thought, word, and deed. Thought, word, and deed. Didn't I have a card come out in one of the last readings? And whether you watched it or not doesn't matter. But I feel that the card came out was, it could have been one of my own readings. There was a card that said impeccability. Be impeccable in mind, thought, deed. Yeah, thought, word, or deed. I get that, thought, word, or deed. So there is that knowledge from the divine masculine that this time they've got to be very impeccable in how they maneuver through this energy. I feel that they are taking their time to really glean everything that they can from the guidance, through from their teams, from the telepathy with the conversations with the divine feminines. I do want to say that right now, collectively, it is so important that you pay attention to the telepathy going on, not just with your twin flame, but with others, because that's where you're going to see the truth. Okay? That's the only place you're going to see the truth. Try not to take much stock or put much stock into what is being presented to you in the physical form, in the physical realm, because a lot of things are going on up there. Okay, and that's as far as I can take that. All right, final card here for the collective. I do want to tap into the divine masculine's energy. I don't feel the divine feminine really having much to say, and it's because they are very connected right now, telepathically, energetically. All right, we just mentioned the divine masculine specifically, and he is here. The sweat starts pouring down the middle of my back. Let's get final card here from the collective, on the collective energy. Thank you. Well, can't just get one, can we? Not taking that one. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I love this. So we've got two more trees of life here. So we started with the middle ground. We've got soul triangle, mystical, soul-led, and harmony. It's the divine feminine triangle coming down. I love that. Receiving intuition and telepathic communications and downloads from your ancestors, from your ascended masters, galactic team, angels, whatnot, bringing that down Ooh, I love that. Very, very soft feminine energies there. We've got Kuan Yin, we've got Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and we have Buddha, and we've got, not quite sure, but I'm getting a dual vibe here. Osho, uh, Zen, Osho Zen. It's a tarot deck. Osho and Merlin, kind of a mixed energy coming through. Not quite sure who that would, is it Melchizedek? That's a big question there. But pulling that down, or soul led. We got the Hierophant and the Hermit, definitely coming into balance and harmony here. Personality triangle, personality, nature, and mindfulness. In bringing these two together, it just feels like the blend of the two. Is that the one? No, it's not a Pisces card in that deck. I don't believe. There is a card in the Moonology deck that I use quite often that's about balancing spirituality with practicality. And why am I thinking that? I think it might be a Virgo energy, but I could be mistaken. I'm seeing it with the Pisces symbol on it though. But we just had the Virgo full moon eclipse on Friday. We are in the final days of Pisces season. I don't know why that's coming up, but so yeah, with the Temperance here and these two cards, it's balancing these two aspects of ourselves, the spirituality and spirituality with the 3D-ness of our existence, which makes sense. You cannot dismiss the third dimensional aspect of this journey, can we? And I feel that a lot that's coming up for the Divine Masculine specifically is showing the Divine Masculine where what parts of their personality aren't them, their true essence, their soul, right? And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the High Priestess so there's the blend of the feminine and the masculine energy, right? True knowledge, peace, and inner light. It's where this is why we're doing this. This is where we're going. This is where we're headed. This is where we're being brought to. Divine Masculine does want to speak, so just a few cards, please. Divine Masculine. Where are you in your mental body? That was quick. Magician. Ooh. Trying to figure this out. Well, let me tell you. Drop into your heart. Because we've been talking about for the last few years, you can't think your way through this, you have to feel your way through this. But I feel that in the mind space they're also feeling in the mind space they're also getting the downloads to remind them that they are pure magic and that they have all the tools that they need in their toolbox to create what their soul agreed to create here, right? Where are they in that was mental body, where are they in their emotional body when it comes to this connection? We've got the Hierophant and the Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles in their heart space. I do feel for some of them, for multiple things coming through, they're waiting on an end to a traditional situation. Let's just put it that way. I feel like I want to say that because the Hierophant is very spiritual, but the Seven of Coins, and again, it feels like the bringing down of the spiritual into the physical. So I feel like they're just really, with that Magician, really just trying to find their footing, and it just feels very reminiscent of the last reading that I did, trying to know where that spiritual aspect of themselves fits. They do understand that they've got someone who is um, possibly waiting. We know we don't wait, right? But humanly, there may be an essence of that. There's, in the heart space, I feel like this divine masculine that I'm picking up on, I'm getting this curiosity of, how do I get these seeds to grow into this, how does this spiritual frequency grow these? There's something I'm not able to click into right now. I'm being told, and there's a Hermit again. So we've got the Hierophant and the Hermit next to each other in the collective. We've got the Hierophant and the Hermit coming together next to each other here as well. It's like I feel the divine masculine is remembering. They're being shown how they're being carried, for lack of another word, protected, surrounded. It's like the spiritual aspect of themselves is like they can't get away from it. So they're deciding, choosing, being dedicated to, being committed to, seeing how to grow all of these seeds that they've planted years ago. Something maybe 7 years ago, again, this keeps coming up, they may have found themselves in a traditional situation. It's funny, I want to say they're figuring out how to make lemonade out of lemons. Did that come up that's been coming up in a lot of conversations lately, and I can't remember if it came up in a reading last week. So again, I'm getting some deja vus. This divine masculine could be getting some deja vus from. It's like they wake up from their sleep, and something happens in the day, and they're like, wait a minute, I've already seen that. Okay, deja vu, that happened. They were shown that in their sleep time, astral time, whatever, which is already deja vu is because it's occurring somewhere else, right? And our soul remembers that. I'm picking that up. Where are they in their 3D-ness of things? Making choices, lovers. Let's get a little more on that 3D-ness. Making choices. Using their heart over their head. So, the Magician in the mind space. I feel like I really want to say it's like they're rediscovering who they are, and I think it might just be blowing their mind because they're choosing to make decisions from the heart space over the mind space. Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. Temperance again. Justice. Oh my gosh, look at the Star. And then we get the Two of Coins. I feel like that Star is illuminating any discordant energies with the divine masculine or within the divine masculine for the divine masculine, and it's helping them crawl out of the pit. I'm seeing, is this the card? I'm seeing this. This is the Three of Wands, but I'm seeing they're using all of these seeds, the foundation that seems to still be firm. Remember, they're purging things that are not on firm foundation, right? People, places, things, beliefs, whatever. Using those seeds and building them up to help lift them up, so up to the ladder to crawl out of the pit that they're in. I'm being shown a very distinct visual with that, so that might just be specific. But we've got the three major arcanas here right off the bat on the bottom of the deck: Justice, Temperance, and Star. Your dreams, their dreams are coming true, and they know it. I feel like they have a lot of faith, and they're being shown right now because of that full moon in Virgo what they've been putting value on that doesn't resonate anymore. That's why they're getting, getting up out of that pit. The hermit's lantern is showing them the way. That's the divine feminine's energy. But and I love this. So the divine feminine here, could be, we've got the hermit here as well. So it's like in a nutshell, I guess I want to say they're getting it. There is what they've put value in. I feel is changing. They may have put value and stock into the 3D traditional marriage. But that been burned down, is being burned down, dissolved, dismantled, so they can rebuild on a solid foundation. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Coins. It's taking a long time, and this is the 3D. They could be, just focusing on their money right now. It could be that their greatest form of meditation is work, because meditation is different for everybody. We process differently. Some process by sitting alone, being the hermit, sitting in solitude and going within. Others process through doing physical projects and manual labor, cleaning. Somebody's cleaning. I'm hearing somebody's cleaning. But the path is being cleared. Divine Feminine. I feel like they're understanding just how patient you've had to be with the journey. And it's your holding on to the truth with the star, holding on to hope, holding on to the dream, the vision that has been the hermit lantern for them as well. I feel like I want to say with that justice right in the middle with that sword up is, like I said before about the telepathy, that's where you're going to find the truth. Okay? So if you're receiving telepathic communication with your divine counterpart, divine feminine, that's what you can take to the bank. That's where you're going to find the truth. Anything else that you would like to say to the divine feminine, divine masculine? Well, see, that Two of Coins was on the bottom of the deck like this, and it just came out like that. So things are becoming clear to them. Things are definitely becoming clear to them. And it's like they can't unsee what they've been shown. Like, quite possibly karmic energy is shown its true colors, their own way of thinking. They're seeing how that got them and manifested this crappy situation or whatever that they, so they're seeing, they've got some clarity coming through. No more on the fence, no more indecision. That I'm seeing their Six of Cups. They are definitely thinking about the divine feminine and this connection. It's like they've got to process it all over again. I do want to say from a new mindset, but the mindset also is resembling the mindset they had in the beginning of the journey. They're being brought back to maybe the meeting of the divine feminine, if you've met them or met them in the astral. It's like, how did I feel? What did I feel? They're being reminded that that's the truth. We've got the King of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Some of them, like I said, may be walking away from a traditional situationship that is no longer, has not been emotionally fulfilling for very long, for a very long time, and so they're walking away, but they're also walking towards something that's, the hermit going to the mountain. They're soul searching. They're soul searching, and they're being reminded of who you are to them, divine feminine. Ten of Cups. I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it. High Priestess on the bottom of this deck. Yep, there's the Eight of Wands, the telepathic communication. To and from who? The masculine, the Emperor. Ace of Coins, there we are. I don't have anything to say about these. And the Two of Cups. Knight of Cups. Offering genuine sincerity and offering truth. And I'm going to stop there because I've got a reversed card in my deck. Very interesting. So yes, what I want to say to you, divine feminines, is the telepathic communication. Here we are. That's you. Telepathic communication that you're receiving with your divine masculine is, you can take that to the bank. It's solid. It's true. It's got merit. It's got merit. I don't use that word. I don't even use that term. It's got merit. This telepathic communication has merit. I think that's the main message here. Merit. How do you? Oh, thank you. I couldn't remember how to spell it. It has merit. You can take it to the bank. It's solid. It's true. It's trustworthy. There's so much love. So much love. Two of Cups. They're enjoying the telepathic communication. They want to, make sure that they're, okay, thank you. They're very pleased and happy that they get the opportunity to really express their sincerity and their truth and their love, their affection for you through that telepathy, right? And they want you to know that you can trust that. It's truth. It's the only truth. Okay? Right now, what you're being shown on the 3D playing field, being shown a football field right now, a playing field, what you're being shown is the knots, the web, the lies, the illusion. Well, I thought it was a different card. Yeah. The telepathy is what the truth is, okay? Like that a lot. Just final messages. Archangel Michael did want to come through his deck. I reached in for another deck, thought I was pulling out another deck, and it ended up being this deck. So, and I got, let's see who's guiding this. You know, of course, it's a long video. Archangel Michael messages for the collective, for those this resonates with. I feel like I'm just really not seeing, I've said this before, I'm not seeing anything new here for the collective that I tune into, but it does feel like the frequency is amping up in the connection. And I feel that that's because you've both accepted the telepathy as the main way to communicate right now. That helps raise your vibration in Divine Feminine. You've been keeping your vibration high, your frequency cleared, your auric field clear, your home cleared. You know, I'm been burning sage like a fiend, I'm hearing. Wearing, you know, protective crystals, symbols, things like that. I'm hearing sacred geometry right now would be very, if you're called to that, if it keeps coming up for you, then it's coming up for you to use it specifically for your journey, for protection, and to help you maneuver this leg that you're traveling through in your journey. Archangel Michael, thank you for being here. What are the messages you have for this Twin Flame Collective regarding this message? Or this reading, rather. So take what resonates, right? The situation is already resolved. Of course it is. Because you're already in physical union on another dimension. You're already in physical union. You're already in union energetically. So there really isn't a situation. But because we are in a 3D experience, I love that. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. There's that dedication, that commitment, the discipline, the unwaveringness of holding the vision. Let go of fear now. There's that sword of truth, very strong and prominent in that. There's a third eye being lit up. See things clearly. I will read it. So it says, Archangel Michael, please help me to feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings. That's what's going on with the Divine Masculine right now. So Archangel Michael is definitely overseeing this connection and clearing that out, specifically if you're resonating with what I've been bringing through. And it's being cleared out, so new beginnings and a fresh start can happen. We are stepping into a beautiful window of opportunity, I'm hearing. I love that. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And Keepers of the Light. Let's see. Who wants to come out here? I did mention some of the deities on this one deck, one card over here. So let's see, where'd that go? Right here, right under your nose, Mary Jo. That's significant. Something's right under your nose. It has some messages. Let's get a few, please, for those that this resonates with. He did come out. It was Melchizedek. It was him. Yeah, it was him. See him in... Whoop, I'm getting so excited here. See him in the middle? It was him. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. I love that. Look at that flower of life symbol geometry behind him. He's got the Shri Yantra. I believe that's what that is on his chest. Master Buddha, increased awareness. There's another one that we spoke of moments ago, right? Deep connection. Trust your inner voice. Trust your inner voice. love when I get confirmations. I still do trust or don't trust my inner voice, right? And that's surprising. It's, you know, I, it's going to sound egotistical, but it's not meant that way. It surprises me that I still question it with all the different channelings I've done and the things that have come through over the last 50 years. I'm 58. My first vision was, well, so 52 years. My first vision was when I was around 6. So, and they all came true. And it's like, not patting myself on the back for sure, but there's just still this element. And sometimes I do wonder if that's, I'm holding on to that distrust, just waiting for my divine masculine to trust himself. But isn't he going to trust himself more if I clear that through my own energy field, right? Lady Nada is coming through with heart awakening. I do feel like this is for the divine feminine. I can feel that in my own heart space right now is, awaken to acceptance of in divine love, give and receive in balance. I've got some of my own messages coming through here. So there she is. And let's get one more for the collective. Who has a message? Odin. Nice. Look at that. Psychic insight. Power. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. All right, then I can take that on board too. Not rolling my eyes. Really not rolling my eyes. I kind of feel like that's where the divine masculine is that roll of the eyes going, this is coming up again. Oh my gosh. But this time they're armored up, they're ready, they're found their foundation, they're like rooted, they're ready to see what needs to be shown to them. Definitely hearing your voice, divine feminine, definitely seeing you, anything else, Spirit? I'm going to leave it there. I don't think there is. I'm not going to get any messages because Spirit wants you to wants us to trust our intuition and the telepathic communication that's coming through. I lost a deck. How did I lose my deck on my table? Yeah, just trust your intuition. I know, I ramble, don't I? I talk to you like you're just sitting right here having coffee with me. That's all right. I love that. I do put myself in isolation quite often on purpose, not to be isolated, but I do keep to myself quite often. So I don't have, when I talk, and I know it's Spirit's purposely having me do that. So when I talk, who's meant to receive what I'm saying? There's Kuan Yin on the bottom of the deck. She was one of the other ones. I had Mother Mary and Mary Magdalena, but they're not here right on this deck. But so I love that some of those deities did come through that were here on this card. Soul Triangle, mystical, soul-led, and harmony. We are definitely being guided and protected and directed by our soul team. Trust that. Trust what you're getting. And like I said, I feel like we already know all this. I think, but sometimes Spirit feels it, depending on what times we're moving through in the physical. We all need to be reminded, right? But right now, keep, when you're clearing your energy with some sage or whatever, make sure you're getting high enough so you can keep that soul star chakra cleared. I do want to say, wearing some grounding crystals, black obsidian specifically is coming through, smoky quartz is coming through. Definitely working with amethyst or or Oralite 23 or Super 7, you know, those are the crystals that will assist with the soul star activation. But definitely have to use some grounding crystals, because if you're going to need protection, because once that opens and opens fully and you receive the full activation of it, I just saw a different colored spot just kind of tap right in there, different colored orb. But that the karmic lower energies will try to infiltrate that. So keep yourself protected, keep it cleared all the time, and keep, like I said, just protection, protection, protection. Sleep with black tourmaline under your pillow, or at least at the head of your bed. All right. So that's Spirit's advice right there. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. A long-winded again, right? It's okay. Let it go. Let it go, Mary Jo. Let it go. I love you. We'll speak soon. Have a great day.